Welcome back to another episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update. You know, our series that keeps you updated with our ever-changing industry. For those of you that have been watching the series for a while now, you know how this goes, but for those of you that are new, welcome. We'll be covering the latest in manufacturing, packaging, coding, sustainability, and much more. I'm your host, Alexa, and today we'll be discussing topics ranging from increasing regulatory protection for temporary farm workers, to Americold breaking ground on a cold storage facility, to the industrial sector being revolutionized by AI, to Californian poultry processors agreeing to one of the largest wage violation settlements, and finally, Tyson dumping millions of pounds of waste into U.S. waterways. Starting off, the U.S. Labor Department has announced a significant update aimed at enhancing protections for temporary farm workers under the H-2A visa program. Historically, these workers, primarily originating from Mexico and numbering around 300,000 annually, have faced numerous challenges including employer retaliation, unsafe working conditions, and exploitation through illegal recruitment practices. The newly announced rule, set to take effect on June 28th, aims to directly address these abuses by ensuring better safety standards, increased transparency in recruitment processes, and protections against retaliation for workers advocating for their rights. Most notably, the rule mandates the provision of seatbelts in transportation vehicles and requires employers to disclose any recruitment agents they employ both domestically and abroad to combat human trafficking effectively. Transportation accidents, often a result of overcrowded and unsafe vehicles, have been highlighted as a leading cause of death among farm workers. The requirement for seatbelts is a direct response to enhance safety. Additionally, the rules focus on transparency, and the identification of recruitment agents aims to tackle the root causes of exploitation and human trafficking, addressing both challenges through regulatory measures. The introduction of these changes is set to significantly improve the working and living conditions of H-2A visa holders. For instance, protections from employer retaliation for engaging with legal or union representatives can empower workers to report abuses without fear of repercussions. Furthermore, the crackdown on unethical recruits through the mandatory disclosure of recruitment agreements is expected to reduce instances of worker exploitation and debt bondage. The update to the H-2A visa regulations represents a substantial step forward in the fight against labor abuse in the agricultural sector. By holding employers accountable and providing workers with avenues to report violations, the rule aims to create a safer and more equitable working environment. However, its real-world effectiveness will rely on rigorous enforcement and the ongoing commitment of all stakeholders to uphold these standards. Looking ahead, continued dialogue between labor advocates, industry representatives, and government bodies will be essential in refining and enhancing protections for farm workers. Moving on, Americold Realty Trust, a preeminent figure in the realm of temperature control logistics, has initiated the construction of a groundbreaking cold storage facility in Kansas City, Missouri. This strategic venture, valued at $127 million, underscores a pivotal collaboration with the Canadian Pacific Kansas City, also known as CPKC, marking a significant milestone in enhancing refrigerated shipper supply chain efficiency across North America. The core of this development lies in the establishment of a 335,000 square foot facility uniquely positioned to leverage CPKC's expansive rail network, thereby introducing North America's sole single-line rail service catered to refrigerated shippers between U.S. Midwest markets and Mexico. This partnership heralds a new era in temperature control logistics, streamlining the transportation processes and ensuring product integrity from origin to destination. The logistics sector, particularly the segment focusing on perishable goods, grapples with the challenges of maintaining product quality across great distances and through varying climates. Americold, in partnership with CPKC, addresses the issue head-on by offering an integrated cold storage and rail transport solution that minimizes exposure to adverse conditions, thereby ensuring the freshness and quality of transported goods. By initiating this facility, Americold and CPKC are set to redefine the standards of efficiency and reliability in the refrigerated supply chain sector. Nearly 190 new jobs will be created, contributing significantly to the local economy. Furthermore, this venture positions Kansas City as a critical nexus in North America's temperature-controlled logistics network, enhancing the city's economic landscape and offering seamless access to markets across the continent. Americold's new facility in Kansas City not only signifies a considerable advancement in cold storage logistics, but also heralds a new chapter in the collaborative efforts between Americold and CPKC. Looking ahead, the success of this project may inspire similar collaborations, further optimizing the supply chain for perishable goods across North America and beyond. With the rapid advancement of technology, AI is having a profound effect on the industrial sector, transforming how companies operate. The integration of AI in industrial processes symbolizes a pivotal shift towards more efficient, technology-driven business models. This transformation is grounded in the understanding that AI and human collaboration will shape the future of industries. The adoption of AI in the industrial sector is marked by significant technological upgrades, including automation that reduces the need for human intervention in various tasks. AI's implementation in companies like Microsoft and industrial equipment manufacturers reduces operational costs and streamlines product and service delivery. For instance, AI's use in monitoring and managing tasks can lead to a predicted 20% reduction in workforce requirements due to operational efficiencies. Despite the clear benefits, the transition towards AI integration is fraught with challenges, notably the reduction of headcount and the complexities of effectively deploying AI capabilities. Addressing these challenges requires companies to evaluate and adjust their operational strategies, ensuring clear, accessible data is available to fuel AI technologies. Successful deployment also depends on firms adopting a comprehensive change management approach focusing on collaboration between AI systems and the human workforce. The shift towards AI not only promises to enhance operational efficiency, but also positions companies to remain competitive in the global economy. The ability to quickly adapt and implement AI can significantly impact companies' financial health, with even a marginal reduction in labor costs leading to substantial savings. Furthermore, AI accelerates innovation, setting new standards for product and service quality within the industry. The integration of AI as the industrial sector represents a critical evolution in how companies approach production management and innovation. The journey towards fully integrating AI may be complex, but the potential benefits in efficiency, cost reduction, and market competitiveness are immense. Leadership roles are now more crucial than ever, guiding their teams towards a future where AI and human efforts are seamlessly integrated. Moving on, in a groundbreaking decision that underscores the importance of labor rights, the Department of Labor recently announced a monumental wage violation settlement. This case involves a network of Californian poultry processors and distributors found guilty of significant labor violations. The settlement, amounting to $4.8 million in back wages and damages, benefits 476 affected workers and stands as one of the most substantial settlements of its kind for U.S. poultry workers. Furthermore, this case is notable for imposing considerable penalties related to oppressive child labor practices, thereby setting a new benchmark for the industry's treatment of its workforce. At the heart of the settlement lie several egregious labor issues that demand urgent attention. The employment of young children, some as young as 14, in environments fraught with hazards, the blatant denial of rightfully earned overtime wages, the deliberate falsification of payroll records to hide these infractions, and the use of threats against workers to obstruct the department's investigative efforts are among the critical concerns addressed. The resolution of this case mandates that the guilty parties compensate the affected workers through substantial payments in back wages, damages, and penalties. Notably, $1 million of this sum is derived from the proceeds of the sale of goods produced under these unlawful conditions, sending a powerful message about the consequences of such violations. Uncovering the depth of these violations was no small feat. The investigation, led by the diligent efforts of the Wage and Hour Division, faced numerous challenges, including direct threats to workers from facility supervisors aimed at derailing the investigative process. Overcoming these obstacles, the resolution not only rectifies the immediate issues of wage and labor violations, but also implements forward-thinking measures. These include mandatory training for managers and supervisors on the Fair Labor Standards Act and the appointment of a third-party compliance officer, aimed at ensuring such egregious violations do not reoccur. The ramifications of the settlement extend beyond the immediate financial restitution to these workers. It sends a clear and unmistakable signal to the poultry industry and similar sectors that oppressive labor practices, particularly those involving the exploitation of child labor, will be met with strict penalties. The enforcement of such a significant penalty and the requirement for structural reforms within the companies involved establish a new compliance and accountability standards that is expected to resonate throughout the industry. This settlement marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle against wage violations and child labor in the United States. It serves as both a warning to other companies within the sector and as a blueprint for compliance with labor laws, emphasizing the serious consequences of non-compliance as we move forward. The settlement could inspire a broader industry-wide reflection on labor practices. And we've made it to our final story. A recent report by the Union of Concerned Scientists, also known as the UCS, reveals Tyson Foods, one of the world's largest meat producers, is having a significant environmental footprint on U.S. waterways. Over 5 years, Tyson's plants have been identified as discharging a staggering 371.72 million pounds of pollutants, including nitrogen, phosphorus, chlorides, dissolved solids, and sulfates into water sources. The UCS report, utilizing data from the EPA, points out that between 2018 and 2022, Tyson generated over 87 billion gallons of wastewater, sufficient to fill 177,000 Olympic swimming pools. This massive volume led to waterways across numerous states, with Nebraska, Illinois, and Missouri bearing the largest brunt, being heavily polluted by the discharges from Tyson's processing plants. Tyson Foods has responded to the environmental concerns by emphasizing their commitment to robust management systems that mitigate environmental risks. The company highlights its efforts in closely monitoring effluent from their facilities and collaborating with federal and state regulators to ensure compliance with EPA regulations. Tyson also signals its certification by the Water Alliance for strong water management practices as part of its ongoing efforts to protect water resources. While Tyson Food asserts its dedication to environmental stewardship and compliance with regulatory standards, the UCS report underscores the need for more effective and transparent measures to lessen the environmental impact. The report results in public and regulatory scrutiny, demanding a reconsideration of practices regarding wastewater management by large meat processing companies. The UCS's finding on Tyson Foods' environmental impact call for a critical evaluation of the meat processing industry's role in water pollution. Tyson's acknowledgement of the issue and its steps towards sustainable practices suggest a move in the right direction. However, there is a broader implication for the industry to adopt more innovative and environmentally friendly wastewater treatment solutions. The ongoing dialogue between companies, regulators, and environmental organizations will be pivotal in shaping future practices that aim to reconcile industry operations with the pressing need to protect our natural resources. Today's episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update is brought to you by our SNEED-JET Freedom Handheld Printer. Revolutionizing the way you mark and code, the Freedom Handheld is not just a printer, it's your portable coding powerhouse. Whether you're working with plastic, glass, metal, or even concrete, the Freedom's handheld's versatility makes it an indispensable tool for businesses looking to simplify their coding processes. Its impressive 7 hours of continuous operation allows for uninterrupted productivity, ensuring you can print anytime, anywhere. The SNEED-JET Freedom Handheld Printer is your go-to solution for all of your coding needs, embodying our mantra to keep coding simple. Transform your coding task with the efficiency and reliability of the Freedom Handheld today. Like always, stay tuned for our next episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below to stay up to date with all of our great content. Also, let us know what topics you'd like to see us talk about here on the show. We look forward to hearing from you all. Bye, everyone.